Hello and welcome to the Book of Unwritten Tales, where we are going to apparently look at the spiral staircase that leads to the secret cellar.
A clever mechanism.
Aha, now we can go in.
So this is the legendary secret cellar. The cellar continues on behind these bars. I can't see anything, but I bet that the book's in there somewhere.
Alright, let's take a look here first.
The sad remains of extinct cultures and of the last camping trip. I can't discover anything of interest amongst this junk. A staff approximately 2 meters long with a top made of bronze. Looks like something's missing there. This picture seems to indicate that a ruby belongs in there.
Okay, a wooden staff that's missing a ruby.
A small, fat figure. She's holding a mirror above her head. Looks ancient. A small, fat figure. A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it. A picture on a stone slab. A jewel is glinting in the Guess even a secret cellar is in the end just a cellar, and all cellars have gardening tools such as these gardening shears. As long as I'm not expected to do the gardening now.
Well, I'm sorry, but you kind of are. Let's go and take a look, see if we can get rid of the undergrowth now.
I don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening.
We need to take a look at that stone.
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it. A little gravestone made of...
Okay, well, that wasn't particularly helpful. Let's go back into the cellar.
A small circular opening in the ground. It's decorated with an ancient script, just like the picture on the wall. A small
We don't have the stone on the staff though.
There are 3 carved figures by the bars. Each one of them has a different precious stone. This one here has a blue sapphire in its head.
Well, I mean, it did say
This
we
figure
needed...
looks a bit like a dog. One of its eyes is a large ruby. This figure looks a bit like a dog. One of its eyes is a large ruby.
Yeah... Do we need to...
I think I'd better take the staff with me. It might come in handy elsewhere.
Oh, opening the shutters, right? Can't use it on the ruby. Let's go back up and see if we can use that to open the shutters. Clearly, there's some importance to doing that.
The window's open. The last rays of sunlight can enter the house.
All right. Aha. Oh. Points down into here.
The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor. The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor.
Do we need to adjust the mirror up here? No, we can't.
The shield reflects the light beam into the cellar. The small amounts of light from outside are somehow gathered in this box and exit as a light beam from the glass eye. Huh, not bad. Presumably gnome technology. A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great.
So we can do something with that then? Because it allows us to interact with it further. Do you have anything more to say?
Yoo-hoo!
Did you have an accident in a bandage factory?
No, I'm a mummy.
Don't mummies have their brains pulled out via their noses during the mummification process?
I don't think so.
I do. How exactly do the iron bars in the cellar open? Hey, I'm talking to you.
You can speak?
You know what? Forget it. I'll work it out for myself. I'd rather search through every nook and cranny of this house than inflict any more of these conversations upon my elven ears.
You can speak?
I know you've never been down there, but there was a staff in the cellar, and there's a precious stone that belongs on the top of it, a ruby. Do you know where it is?
But of course, Mortimer. You asked me to hide it for you. Don't you remember?
I must have forgotten about that.
Oh, what would you do without me?
Could you please just give it to me? I just need it for a second.
What?
The jewel. And before you ask, I mean the stone that you put somewhere safe for me. And please don't tell me that you've forgotten.
How could I forget that? You said it was very important that no one found the stone.
Oh, okay. Now please can I have it back?
Why would I give a complete and utter stranger Mortimer's stone?
But I am Mortimer.
Don't be ridiculous. You're too tall, too thin, too hairy, and you have those things there.
I'm a friend of Mortimer. He's sent me to fetch something out of the cellar.
I have never seen you here before, and I never forget a face.
Please, it's urgent.
I do not know whether I can trust you. I would only give a really good friend of Mortimer's the jewel.
That's me. I saved his life. Well, maybe.
Really? If you are truly a good friend of Mortimer, then you will be able to give me the answer to the following question. What color is his underwear?
Red. He mostly wears red underwear.
That's right. Red silk underwear. But I'm still not quite satisfied. So, what is his cat's name?
His cat died some while ago. Her gravestone's outside. Her name was Kinski.
It was a tomcat. The poor thing was always so happy playing with my bandages.
Yes, very sad, very sad. But hopefully this proves that I am a good friend of old Mortimer, does it not?
You have only answered one of my questions.
2?
Uh,
You asked me about his underwear.
but why would his underwear be of any interest to me?
Oh, come on, don't change the subject. Are you going to give me that jewel now?
No, not yet. I have one last question. What did Count Grunschfeld or Pieperbock say to his adjutant Henninger shortly before the Battle of Budlerberg?
Huh?
Wrong.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
I am a trifle unsure about this, too. It is a bit like a coded question.
And do you know the answer?
Of course. Mortimer told me.
And you haven't forgotten it?
No. So, what is the answer?
He said, Henninger, I am your father.
What nonsense.
I can see dead people?
That was before the battle. No, that's all wrong. Now tell me, what did he say to his adjutant?
Grunschfeld made Henninger an offer that he couldn't refuse.
Really? So what did he offer him?
He really made him an offer.
No. What did Grunschfeld say to Henninger?
234, of course.
How? What?
234. I know all about that. Mortimer told me many times.
234 what?
The professor is 234 years old. I've answered your question.
I asked that. Impossible. Mortimer just turned 63 on the 13th of July. So, 234 what?
How can anyone who is a good friend of Mortimer not know that?
But how? What?
234. Mortimer never told you that.
Well, yes. 234?
So it turns out that you aren't such a good friend after all then, if you don't even know anything about the 234.
Oh. Oh, that! You mean that 234?
Yes, exactly.
With that thingy?
Precisely. I see that you are a good friend of old Mortimer's after all.
Of course.
Splendid! Now that you've proven that, can you give me the jewel?
At last.
Finally.
Many thanks.
You're welcome.
All right then. We need to put this in here,
Fits perfectly.
and then this here. Can we now turn this?
There are strange marks on the figure's pedestal. Looks like the figure may have been turned. I've got to try and turn it back to its original position.
There we go.
Excellent. The path is clear. This must be the secret book. Oh, it's been written by hand and there are several pictures. There are a few words written in orange ink. That doesn't exist, does it? The artifact of divine fate. This is serious. I should get this book to the Archmage as quick as I can. As long as I don't bump into the sorcerer or his troll, I should manage to make Seastone by midday tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem. Uh-oh.
Figures that there'd be a trap of some kind. Chapter 2. In the Town. Well, we're here. And in one piece. Great.
Why are you staring like that? Never seen a town guard before?
No. You're a human, aren't you?
Me? Yes, you could say that. Never been anything else.
Wow.
My name is Bartholomew Anton Shieldhand, Royal Town Guard of Seastone. And who are you?
Weathervane. Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains on a secret mission.
Weathervane? Okay then.
Where am I?
This lovely seaside resort. Residence of the Archmage and home of the sea shanty singers is Seastone.
Seastone? Then I made it!
Absolutely, I'd say. And here's me thinking that the orcs were firing grunts at our walls again.
I have to see the Archmage. It's urgent.
Then I wish you the best of luck. The guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures. He won't let you through to the Archmage that easily.
Is the Archmage even in his tower at the moment?
I'm not allowed to give out any information on that subject. Those are the regulations.
Can you tell me anything about the Archmage? Do you know him personally?
Of course I know him. The Seastone Town Guard is also responsible for protecting the Archmage.
Why does he need protection if he's as powerful as everyone says?
Well, he's not exactly the greatest of warriors.
No?
No. He's more strange. He thinks about stuff, you know.
Strange. Why does he do that?
Who knows, who knows?
What do you mean by upper town?
Well, the town's divided into the upper town and the lower town. The Archmage's tower is, of course, in the upper town.
And what's in the lower town?
Taverns, shops, the common people's dwellings. Well, at least they used to live there. Not anymore.
Where are the town's inhabitants?
Gone. Lots of them died when the town was besieged, and most of the survivors then went off with Gustav the Handsome to take revenge. That was rather less than successful.
And how many people are still living here?
Not so many anymore. If the Archmage hadn't had his tower here, the town would have probably been abandoned.
Sounds pretty sad.
But things will get better. Wait until we win the war, and everyone comes back. Well, those that are still alive.
But if almost no one lives here, who are you guarding?
Oh, I'm not guarding the inhabitants, I'm guarding the town. I'm guarding it like my father did before me and his father before him. But not his father, he was a blacksmith. But his brother-in-law was a town guard, and his father was a baker.
Interesting. I have to go. I'll get in to see the Archmage one way or another.
Well, I never. I have to get back to my post too. My break's over. So, Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains. Best of luck on your adventure. No doubt we'll bump into each other again.
Thanks, Mr. Shieldhand. See you later.
Alright then. Before we go in there, let's look around.
Oh, a fluffy, wuffy little bunny rabbit. All white and soft and gentle and sweet. And I just want to cuddle it. And, oh, I'm an adventurer now. I must act like one. It's a rabbit, a white one. Here, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Not a chance. It won't let itself be caught that easily. And besides, I wouldn't know what to do with the rabbit anyway. I mean, except just love it to bits.
So...
A small tree. It survived the bloody battles and the decline of the town without a scratch. A sign of hope.
Aw.
I don't really know what kind of tree it is, but it looks very slender and flexible. I don't really know what kind of tree it is. There have been some heavy battles fought around Seastone in the last few years. It looks like the town definitely sustained some damage.
Anything else? Just, oh.
Swamp of Death. I don't think so. Doesn't sound particularly healthy to me.
So, it says over here, look at the sign.
Swamp of Death. I don't think so. Doesn't sound particularly healthy to me.
Okay. Anything? Oh. Just look at the sign. Okay then. I guess we're going in then, right? Yeah. Oh.
There's a
Almost
small
missed
stone
that.
beside the large one. It's half buried in the ground. Ugh! I've discovered the secret world of beetles, bugs, and fleas and spiders. The beetles don't seem to like the bright light as they're scurrying into the shadows. Not that quick about it, though. I could certainly catch a few, but where would I store them?
Let's leave it for now.
I don't think anyone in my family has ever set foot in a human town before, not even Grandad. A pretty shabby stall. Doesn't look like anything's been sold here recently.
But is there anything useful here?
A pretty shabby stall. Doesn't.
I guess not.
There are two signs on the door. One says Master Marcus's Magic Mage School. The other says back soon. Both signs are covered in cobwebs. They must have been hanging there for days or even weeks. Some boxes and cartons, they're all empty. The moving companies must have earned a fortune when the city was abandoned. They earned some good coin. They're firmly in goblin hands, and no one really likes to negotiate with them about prices. You hear a lot of bad things about rundown taverns. On the other hand, They're often the starting point of many a fantastic adventure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't had enough of those yet.
Have you got Form 12B for me?
Oh, the blue one.
No, it's just a green one. Hurry up. The post office is about to close for lunch.
You're going to the post office? Oh, I'll come with you. I need a delivery note and I want to send off a registered letter.
What are you doing?
What do you think?
You can see what we're doing.
We're playing.
Oh, damn, I've forgotten my ID card.
You can have a copy of your passport certified by a solicitor. Hang on, I'll mark the solicitor for you on the map.
What are you playing?
The only true kind of game. A role-playing game.
And what is this role-playing game all about?
It's set in a fantasy world.
Totally without dragons, orcs, and magic.
But instead... Oh! Here, come over here. I found the tax inspector.
Wait for me, I'll be there in a sec.
Once I've got this stamp, I can finally conclude the fiscal year.
You know what that means?
Tax office!
And you really enjoy playing the game?
Of course!
Certainly. You can escape the tedium of reality with all its magic and monsters. And you meet new people. It's not only us who play this game.
It's played all over the world.
There are 6 people currently online. Well, 4 if you don't include us.
But one's just gone off to the toilet.
And when is the game over? When have you won?
Won. There is no winner. Just like in real life.
The game has no end. You just keep on playing and... Oh! A traffic warden's wanting to write me a ticket.
Leave her. That's a hard quest series. You can try to lodge a written appeal and then you have to... Oh.
So the game never ends? Great. Might I ask you who you both are?
Of course. I'm Jack Smith, level 42 consultant at a medium-sized cooperative bank. But I want to retrain as a tax consultant with specialization in tax-effective investments. They have really fabulous skill trees.
And I'm Mary Ellen Skittles, level 40, local government officer. My bicycle's got a 3-speed gear.
I've not the slightest idea what those two are talking about. Maybe it's a role-player thing. I meant, who are you two in real life?
Oh, right. I used to be a successful merchant. I had a shop here in town and lots of market stalls. Now all I own is that knackered old stall outside the door there. No customers, no business.
And maybe I could buy something from you.
Yeah, great. Why, whatever.
And who are you?
I'm Master Marcus, the local mage teacher.
You're the mage teacher. Could you maybe...
Shh, the game's started.
And this device, what does it do?
What indeed? We type in our input and the machine shows us what everyone else is doing.
It saves our equipment and controls the characters that aren't being controlled by other players.
And how does it work?
No idea. That thing is linked to a server somehow and that takes care of running it.
Then best of luck in wherever.
Thanks for nothing.
You know, that's about the silliest game I've ever heard of. Why would anyone flee from their own world into a fantasy world in order to complete meaningless tasks?
Why indeed?
Splendid 2-pointer. Perhaps the inn gets its name from the boar's head.
Oh,
Mum bottles apple sauce in jars like that back home. Ours are smaller though.
maybe we could put some of those insects in the jar.
The shelves are full of dusty bottles and tankards. Some are still half full. Perhaps the owners had to leave town in a hurry. From butterbeer to pumpkin juice to fire whiskey. It's all here, but I don't need any of that.
At least not yet.
A door bearing a sign that says server's room, no entry. These two use the same machine to play their strange role-playing game. My family would just love this. I don't understand what's being displayed there or what these two are entering, but the machine seems to be functioning perfectly. I don't understand what's being...
Nothing else? I guess not.
It says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big town doesn't mean I'm going to turn into a criminal.
Yeah, but like if there's practically nobody here.
It says no entry. A very dirty drain. The sewer should be down there somewhere. A very dirty drain. The cart is pretty overgrown. It obviously hasn't been moved in months. There's a sack on the cart. Something about the smell tells me it's probably full of rotten grain. Nothing for me there.
Okay. Let's see if we can catch some of those bugs in the jar.
Those bugs are sure to be still there. Yep, there they are. The beetles don't seem to like the bright light as they're scurrying into the shadows. Not that quick about it, though. I could certainly catch a few, but where would I store them?
In the jar.
Okay then, I'll collect some of those bugs in the jar. Done.
Alright. Don't know how we're going to make use of them yet, but let's keep on looking around.
Halt! Access only for authorised persons.
Shield Hand, are you the guard of the upper gate?
Dead right. And you don't have access to the upper town.
As I already mentioned to you at the outer gate, I must speak to the Archmage. It's urgent.
And as I've already mentioned to you, the guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures.
But why didn't you say you were the guard?
Well, I wasn't on duty, and you shouldn't mix business with pleasure. Anyway, it's much funnier this way.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. There has to be a way to get to see the Archmage. What would I have to do?
Only people with personal invitations from the Archmage himself are allowed in. Do you have an invitation?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, there you go. Without an invitation, there's no way you'll ever be admitted to see the Archmage. But you could be admitted, of course. If you were a mage yourself.
Mages are allowed to speak with the Archmage?
Naturally. He's the head of the order, after all. You know any mages by any chance?
Well, I'd like to be one myself.
And I'd like to be a dewdrop on a wood elf's butt cheek.
Really? Why?
Well, Look, only mages or people with invitations can get into the tower.
Well, we do know a mage teacher.
So I'd be able to see the Archmage if I was accompanied by a mage?
No, the mage would be allowed up, not you. But you could say, give a message to the mage.
But I must speak to the Archmage himself, and I have to give him something.
Well then, you must be a mage yourself.
How do you know whether someone is a mage or not? Their magical aura? Or by the charisma and wisdom they radiate?
By their mage diploma.
Huh?
Every trained mage has a mage diploma. They can show it to me here, and then I let them into the upper town.
So that means if I show you a mage diploma, I can see the Archmage?
Well, show me an honestly acquired mage's diploma made out in your name, and I'll take you to the Archmage myself.
If there's no other way, then I'll just end up being the first magician in the Weathervane family.
Good luck. You'll find the mage teacher in the tavern. Just see what he thinks of the idea.
How can I become an accredited mage then?
You? Not at all.
And how do others do it?
Well, there are mage schools. There's one just down the street, Master Marcus's magical mage school. But Master Marcus shut up shop weeks ago. Now he spends the whole day sitting in the tavern playing some kind of role-play game.
I'm going to get my mage diploma. Just you wait and see.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, man. There's no way I can do a full course of mage training just to get into the Archmage's tower. Maybe the mage teacher will lend me a diploma. And once I've given up the ring, well, maybe I could really take a stab at it.
I guess there's nothing else for us here, right? Just him to talk to and, well, let's go see the mage teacher person.
Excuse me. Master Marcus, I need,
Shh, I'm playing.
Yes, but I urgently need,
Later!
But without a mage diploma, I can't...
Listen, I really haven't got time right now. My character's tax return is due. I've been playing towards it for days.
Not a prayer. I'm not going to get a blessed thing from Master Marcus as long as that game is running.
Ah, what if we put a few bugs into the machine? No? Ah. Well, obviously it wouldn't have been that simple.
I don't understand what's being displayed there or what these two are entering, but the machine seems to be functioning perfectly.
What can we do to make it not function so perfectly? And he doesn't want to go in here.
No choice.
Oh, now he does.
What the? A hairy demon. He's operating a machine. The demon seems to be busy. He probably has to toil day and night just to keep the game going. The waste bin is right under the slot in the machine. Strange. The waste bin is empty. The chair looks just like the chair the demon is sitting on. I guess it's a replacement chair. The chair looks just like the chair that...
Let's see.
It says online, whatever that means. For save games. Sorry, couldn't resist. The safe is locked, and there's no way I can crack it either. There are a lot of index cards in the filing cabinet. Each card bears a small table and a picture. The cards are sorted alphabetically. Let's see. Rare watering can, volume 5 litres. Used for geraniums, increases potted plant lifespan by 2. Epic folder, offers room for up to 16 forms. Slip-resistant suspenders, prevents sock slippage. These index cards seem to contain descriptions of all the items in the game.
So now do we put some bugs into the machine?
Let's see. Ah!
Oh, what's going on now?
The server's gone crazy.
Completely buggy.
Oh, I've just about had enough of this. You pay all that money month after month, the developers make huge profits, and still nothing works. Everything they've got is junk. All a whole load of totally outdated technology. I've had enough. I'm writing a complaint. If they don't get their technical problems under control, then I'm out of here. Absolutely. Me too.
Excellent. It looks like all I have to do is ensure a second technical problem and the two will finally stop playing.
A second technical problem. But the only item we've got is the ring.
The first complaint from the players landed right in the waste bin. The first complaint from the players landed right in the waste. That service chair is a pretty rickety piece of woodwork. He sure bounces around on that chair. No wonder there's a replacement chair within reach. He sure bounces around. The chair looks just like the chair the demon is sitting.
Aha.
A small black container. It could be an inkwell. The demon might notice if I were to take his inkwell and exact a terrible revenge. Now, let's see if we can annoy the demon.
Surely a good idea.
Whoa, that demon's fast. He must have amazing intellectual powers. The demon might notice if I were to take his inkwell.
And there's nothing else here.
The server seems to be bug-free again. At least he's back to working as usual. Oh, demon! Hear my words. They call me Wilbur Weathervane. As one might imagine, I didn't understand a single word of that. The demon is still working like a madman. Dark forces drive him on. He sure bounces around on that chair. No wonder there's a replacement chair within reach.
So we can't do anything with the ring, can we? No.
This machine is controlled by the hairy demon behind it. Somehow I have to disturb his work. The mage teacher and the merchant aren't going to be much use as long as the game is running. This machine is controlled by the... Somehow... A wooden box full of tools, including, amongst other things, a saw.
Oh.
Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool safety regulations and it's a tad rusty. Still, I think it's usable.
Do we need to sabotage the backup chair?
The server is so busy working that he won't notice a thing. The chair is still standing, but it should tip over pretty easily.
Okay. So now, how do we get him to switch chairs?
The demon might notice if I were to take his inkwell. Time for another go.
There we go.
That would have hurt it being made of flesh and blood.
Hey, what's going on? Nothing's working. Has the server crashed? And I'm standing in a restricted parking zone right now. That's it. I can't be bothered anymore. I'm checking this in. They'll suffer the consequences for what they're doing. Right. Well, I'll give them one more chance. But just one. It's not like we couldn't stop if we wanted to. We could, but we don't want to. Too right. Except if they don't get to grips with their problems. Then it's over. Write that to them.
No way! What will it take to finally get those two to stop playing? The demon might notice if I were to take his inkwell, and
Should I have taken it while he was out?
I think I've strained the database enough. And that makes 2 complaints in the bin. Those 2 aren't going to take much more of this.
Is there something I can do to the sign? No.
I don't trust all this technology. The way I see it, it's all magic, without the magic. He seems to have survived the crash well enough. He seems to have survived.
Is there anything else here that we can use?
This machine is controlled by the hairy demon behind it. Somehow I have to disturb.
So we couldn't catch the bunny, at least not with the tools we had available. Oh,
The door's locked. The mage teacher is still sitting in the tavern playing that strange game. The door's locked.
can we ask him for the key?
Excuse me. Why are you still playing in the face of all these technical problems?
Quite honestly, I'm fed up with it.
You just want to play in peace, and time and again the technology screws it up for you.
I really can't be bothered with it anymore. If there's just one more disaster, that'll be it as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, come on. Let's go and see if anything's happening at the driving license issuing office.
If we have to.
Wouldn't you rather just quit playing?
Maybe you're right, but I've just got to fill out this form. And then I must get a new cleaning cloth for my glasses.
And we need to go and pick up the rent subsidy certificate down at the Citizens Residential Registration Office.
Oh, right. But then we can extend the loan period at the library while we're at it. Maybe one of the books is even overdue.
I fear I have to ensure there's a third technical problem. Well then, see you.
Thanks for nothing.
So there's nothing here to help us catch the bunny, right? Because maybe the bunny could be used to distract the server.
Hey, what did you just hide there?
Nothing.
I saw you eating something, and then you hid it when you saw me. What was it?
You what? I wasn't eating anything.
Oh, yes, you were. It was a long, yellow thing.
And if I was? That's a whole crateful that's been delivered. And I'm taking the rest to the monkey just as soon as I have my next break period.
Oh.
That's food for the hairy demon in the tavern.
What do you mean, a demon? That's a monkey.
A what?
A monkey. Monkeys love bananas. And me too.
Isn't it dangerous for humans to eat demon food?
What? Bananas are delicious. The monkey goes crazy for them.
Would you let me try a banana?
No, I've already eaten two, and the monkey still needs to have some, sorry. If you would excuse me, I have to, guard the town.
You want to eat more of them, right?
Perhaps.
Hello, Mr. Shieldhand.
Hello, Wilbur. What do you want?
About the food for that hairy demon.
Yes?
Where did you get the demon food?
The roleplay company sends a crate every week by air freight. I receive them and take them to the tavern.
And it doesn't bother anyone that you take a couple of those things from every delivery?
Well, perhaps it's not officially.
And if I were to tell the Archmage, wouldn't he punish you?
Perhaps. But how are you going to meet the Archmage? You got a mage diploma?
Those two players get really upset about technical difficulties in their role-playing game.
Yes. And?
Could the difficulties be related to the fact that someone is depriving the hairy demon of his food?
Well, no. I can't imagine that.
What if we ask the merchant and the mage teacher what they think about it? After all, they pay a lot of money to ensure that the game works.
Well,
And if it really is due to the lack of fruit, maybe they would like their money back.
All right. Here's a banana. You have to peel the skin off it before you can eat it. Now, get out of here.
Oh, thanks ever so much.
So maybe I need to use the banana to distract the monkey. so that I can take the inkwell.
Maybe I can distract him with this. Hey, Demon, look what I have here.
What's going on now? Can you do anything?
No, everything's locked up.
I've got lag.
Lag.
I'm not going to get upset about it. Why should I get upset about it?
What? I started playing this game because it was fun. It isn't anymore. And if it isn't fun, then you should just stop playing it. Devil! Bill, are you all right? Bill, you've got to breathe.
Come on, let's get some fresh air. We'll pick up where we left off in a few days, okay?
I did it. At last they stopped playing. I'll be able to have a halfway normal conversation with them now. The mage teacher simply must lend me a diploma. How else can I get into the tower?
So I still can't take this, can I? No, apparently not. Oh, he's in now, is he?
A weather vane in a mage school. I wonder if my parents will be able to accept the fact that I'm different. Oh, wow!
Can I help you?
Alright, we'll continue from here in the next episode. See if we can get us a mage diploma so that we can get to see the archmage and hand him the ring. For now though, thank you so much for spending time with me here on the Mellow. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.